Well, good evening, everybody. I certainly hope you are having a great Sunday. Tonight, we are going to be doing a smoky look on my eyes. And for the first time, I'm going to be using this palette in front of you. I have used it one time before, but tonight we're going to do it together, all right, to see what I've learned as far as doing smoky eyes. This is the Revolution palette Reloaded Blackout. And that is the palette. As you can see, it's got some really pretty grays and dark grays and a couple of neutral colors as well. So that is what we are going to be working with this evening. I have already primed my eyes and we are going to get started, all right? So I got these wonderful new brushes in the mail and they are so soft. Believe it or not, they were only $6.99 for 20 eye brushes. And they are amazing. So I've had such wonderful success with these wonderful brushes. So I'm going to start out with a very light gray. Okay. So I'm going to start with this gray right here. And I'm going to be using that as my base. And I'm just going to be putting that on my eye. And these brushes are so soft. It is so easy to blend with them. I was just looking for a decent brush set, and this got excellent reviews on Amazon, so I got them. And then, of course, I got this Revolution palette at Ulta, my very first time to Ulta, and now they are closing stores. So that was pretty good timing that I was able to experience Ulta for the first time. And I'm sure it won't be my last, but it might be a while. So there is that pretty gray as a base color. Let's see here. I'm not putting a whole lot on, just enough to give a good base. All right, so we're going to clean off this brush with my little handy dandy thing right here. And the next color I'm going to go into will be, I am going to go into this darker gray right above it. That's almost a grayish bluish color, it looks like. And then I'm going to start in my corner and go into my crease. And as you can see, I'm just putting the dark color right in my corner, and then I'm extending it over into the crease. Okay? Now, I absolutely adore, and I am going to blend this. And then, of course, you know how I like to blend upwards simply because of the fact that I do have the hooded eyes and it opens up my eyes a little bit more. Okay, now I am going to go into this very dark, extremely dark gray. Okay, and I'm going to put that in my corner because we're going for a smoky look. So we want that intense look. Now, these are okay pigment wise, but I find that I do have to build it up quite a bit. So you just need to really pack it on. So basically, I'm just putting it into my corner and then into my crease. And then I'm taking my blending brush and I'm just blending that out and up. And as you can see, I have created a very easy smoky eye look in not much time. It's just a matter of finding the right colors. Okay. And I want it just a little bit more dramatic, so I'm just going to put a little bit more on in the corners. And I deliberately put on a light gray on my lids so that this smoky look will take full effect. And then you just need a very good blending brush to just either go back and forth or however is best for your eyes. All right. Some ladies don't do well with the windshield wiping method. It just depends on how your skin reacts, and I find that this works very well for me. So see how simple that was? Just a light color on the lid. Then you're just putting darker colors in your corner and in your crease to give that beautiful smoky look. So now that was pretty quick and pretty easy, wasn't it? It sure was. So I don't, well, possibly. I see a color here that may be a shimmer color. We're going to give this a try to see. Doesn't give much of a color. A little bit. It's not like the shimmers that we can get into ColourPop when they're really, really, very popping, just very, very shimmery, metallic like. But I think this looks okay. We're just trying to put a little pop into the middle of our eye. So I am just going to put some setting spray on my brush and see if it will make it any more metallic. Let's see here. Oh yeah, it does. So we've got a really nice smoky eye with a little bit of shimmer in the middle. Very, very nice. And the trick to these shimmers is if you wet your brush and then put it on, you see how much brighter it was after I sprayed the brush and put it on my eye. That made a very big difference in my shimmers. That is something I have learned along the way. Now, as far as my brow, let's see. Um, I'm gonna put just a little bit of that shimmer that I just put on my eye. I'm just gonna put that right under my eyebrow. Just to highlight a little bit. We don't want to overdo it, but I think that's real pretty. So I created a pretty look from this Revolution Blackout, it's called. I'm sorry. So isn't that pretty? I think it looks really, really nice. And then I'm going to go ahead and use my CoverGirl Essentials mascara. Yes, I found it. Thank goodness. Something fell. I will catch that later. And we're just going to put our mascara on. I highly recommend this CoverGirl Essentials. It gives such a beautiful, beautiful look. And I literally have no eyelashes. I mean, I do, but it is really hard to get my eyelashes to look good because they are so thin. But I find this mascara very nice. CoverGirl Essentials. Okay. And I literally did not get any loose powder onto my skin from this palette. No fallout whatsoever. That's what fallout means. It means that excess powder flakes off under your eyes when you're doing your makeup. And a lot of that comes from not tapping off your brush. So that is the key. You really need to tap off your brush. All right, so that is my eye makeup. Now, I have already done my primer, so we're just going to do some quick contouring. This is going to be like a night out, okay? So I'm going to get a brush. I'm going to get a brush and go into the lightest color in here, okay? And this is an angle brush, so this is going to be very good for this. We're going to put our concealer down any lines or wrinkles that we have, because we're trying to minimize it, okay? So I'm just finding all of the wrinkles that I have. And doing my best to contour it so that, and I'm going to put some right here on the insides of my eyes to brighten that up a bit. Then we're going to get a flat top brush and just pat that in. Just to get the obvious line a little bit blended so that it is not so obvious, okay? Then we are going to take a darker contour for our cheeks, and we are going to find our cheekbones. Mine's right about here. And we are going to put this dark contour right there. This is a trick also for heavier women. We find our cheekbones and we carve them out, and that will give us a slimmer look. And we want to go all the way back to our hairline so that it will blend nicely. Then we're just going to blend with our flat top brush. See what nice, it really chisels your face into a nice contour and makes it look a lot thinner. Now, I'm also going to go ahead and get this darker color and put it under my chin, right where the neck fat starts. So right before it starts, you want to put some dark contour right there and some dark contour along your jawline. This is going to minimize this area so it doesn't look so bad. And then we are going to blend that in. And it gives a shadow so that you cannot see the neck as much. So that's my contouring. All right, so next we're going to put on our foundation. This is my CoverGirl Plus Olay foundation in Buff Beige. I'm going to be putting that on the back of my hand. And I'm going to dip my brush in here. And I am going to put this all over my face. We're just going to pat it in. Just pat it in. And don't forget our necks, because we don't want to have a dark face and a light neck. So we're going to put our foundation all the way down our neck and into any part of our body that's visible, just so that everything is uniform. Okay. Next, I am going to get my e.l.f. Uh, powder blush. Okay. Now, since this is going to be a nighttime look, this is a very shimmery rose orangey blush right there. I am going to use this, and this is a great little palette. This is the light palette from e.l.f. and it's got a mirror, which is so cool. Then you're going to put your color right above where you put your bronzer, your contouring. Okay. We don't want to go very far down. We want to come down and maybe to the middle of our cheekbones. And the reason I'm doing this is because of that face, basically. It helps to minimize it. Then I'm going to clean off this brush. And I'm going to blend, 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 blend. And look how pretty that looks. It's just so, so pretty. You just keep blending so that it looks natural as it can. And it's just perfect. It looks so good. Isn't that a beautiful makeup? And it's not hard, ladies. It is so easy to do. Really, really easy. So, the last thing is our lips, of course. I am going to be using, and let's see. I am going to be using this lovely, lovely Chanel lip color. I am going to line my lips first. Since I do have kind of thin lips, and I'm just going to line them and also put them on the lips, okay? So that when you put on your lip color, it is going to adhere very, very well. Now, this Chanel is Chanique Rosewood. And the color is so beautiful, especially when you put it over a light pink lip color like I just did, the lip liner. I am so blind. There we go. I'm blind without my glasses. Can you hear my neighbor's TV? It is so loud. Let's see. Look how beautiful that color is. It is absolutely beautiful. And one thing I'm going to do is I went over my lip a little bit. So I am going to get my concealer here. This is my e.l.f. moisturizing concealer. Whoops. And I put too much on. So that I can redo that lip a little bit, because since I went over the line, it doesn't look very good when you go over the line like that. So that's a good way to fix your lip if you mess it up. And there you go. Now on the other end of the Chanel lipstick is a clear gel. And the clear gel is the lip gloss. Okay. It's what makes your lips nice and shiny. And voila, is that a beautiful smoky eye look or what? It's gorgeous. And then the last thing I do, depending on what kind of finish you want, if you want a dewy look, you can use a setting spray or you can use powder. So tonight I am just going to use, well, if I can find it, right here, my Bye Bye Pores from It Cosmetics Illuminating Powder. And I'm going to take a fluffy brush and set it. And voila, there you go. So as you can see, this is a very easy look to do. And the more practice you get, the better you're going to get at it. Now, I almost forgot to do my eyebrows. Let's see here. I am just going to use this brown pencil that I have. Lightly go over this. Extend it down just a little. And there you go. I am ready for the red carpet. So there you go, everybody. I certainly hope you have found this video informative and helpful. I love doing these makeup videos for you and sharing with you all the beautiful tips I get from all the bigger beauty channels. So my favorite beauty channels are Robert Welsh, Mrs. Melissa M. Beauty, Hot and Flashy, Fabulous 50s. Oh, there's so many, so many. But those are my top channels that I watch all the time. And they are on the side of my channel where all the featured channels are. You can find all of those beauty channels right there. Well, thank you so much for watching my video this evening. I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.